Ever since watching Past Simeon, I can't stop saying bro. No way, bro. he he says it in such a cool way. Did you read this? So what are your thoughts? Mm-hmm. So the heading is Freelee starting another war? I don't see how a video that's based on simple criticisms is starting a war. And then it says Banana Girl slams YouTube star Zoella in scathing video, scathing, and accuses her of supporting animal cruelty. How do people think that they are exempt from supporting animal cruelty if they eat animals? How do you kill an animal? How do you take a knife and behead an animal in a nice way? How do you do that? Or how do you steal milk from them and then take their babies away whom the milk was intended for, and then kill the baby and turn the baby into veal? How do you do that in a nice way? How is that not animal cruelty? I love how they reduce it to an accusation of her supporting animal cruelty when it's just a fact and she's just pointing it out. Looking at a behavior and pointing at it and saying, hey, that's animal cruelty. It's an observable fact. You can look at it yourself. And this is actually for Daily Mail Australia, not the UK. But this is not a vegan writing this article, that's for sure. It's definitely just somebody who participates in the same behavior as Zoella. Somebody who eats animals and the things that come out of animals, and therefore wants to make it out like Freelee is this, crazy entity who's just accusing people of things that aren't true and starting wars in scathing. Like, these words are just... The vegan vlogger questions those who choose to eat non-vegan diet. How dare we? I mean, if I questioned you on where you bought your dress, you'd find no issue in that. You'd be like, oh yeah, I got it from this store down the road. It's really great. You should check it out. But, God forbid we question you about your inconsistency with loving a dog and then paying other people to stab pigs in the throat. We demonize the person who points it out. She posted a video about English fashion blogger Zoella. Ms. Ratcliffe contrasts Zoella's love for her dog with animal cruelty. Self-proclaimed YouTube diet guru Leanne Ratcliffe has taken a swipe at a fellow blogger by questioning her choice to a non-vegan lifestyle. She passionately advocates a vegan diet and uses shock value and often swearing to get her message across. Once again, if this was like a rape issue or racist issue, those things would not be at all shunned. Because people understand that shock value gets people to wake the fuck up. Swearing gets people to wake the fuck up. Because we live in a world where people are asleep and following the crowd. So how does that devalue the message at all, the tactics we use? It doesn't. Her recent video is targeted at 25-year-old English fashion blogger Zoe Shug, better known as Zoella, and compares Zoe's relationship with her pug Nala with her choice to eat meat. It's funny because they did attach the video, so anybody who isn't a complete idiot will watch the video and realize that she's not bashing Zoella, she's just criticizing, and criticisms are important. A just criticism, a constructive criticism is important for us to grow and to evolve beyond any fallaciousness that we're attached to, or inconsistencies in our moral behavior. This is such a bullshit stab at Freelee. But you know what? Freelee said it best. She said, thanks again, once more helping me reach more people with the vegan message. Like this, I've seen Freelee's videos, all of them nearly. This is one of the lightest videos she's ever made. All she does is say, hey, you love animals, it looks like. You've got a pug, and you seem to love your pug. Why are you eating pigs? pigs, there's really only 1 litre difference, pug and pig. But then, like, why exactly do you think that that's acceptable behaviour? I mean, society and culture are not your friend, okay? They've been established generally for corporations to make money, the way that it's structured. But I say that not in a negative way. I say that in an empowering way, because as a consumer you get to control what you vote for. What you pay for is what you vote for. Every dollar you spend is a vote for what you believe in, and if you do it unconsciously, you're still voting for something. And so if we don't want animal cruelty, we don't have to support it. We can support bananas instead. We can just buy other things that don't support animal cruelty. And one thing I think that keeps coming back to me right now, especially this year, is how people think that there's no animal cruelty attached to eating animals. Like, if you eat animals, or if you eat meat and you eat cheese and you eat milk and you eat yogurt and you eat any dairy product and you eat eggs and you eat honey, that doesn't come from animal cruelty. You can still be a peaceful, loving animal lover, animal carer, a non-animal cruelty person and eat those things. I don't understand that. Because any person who thinks about this for 1 fucking second knows that what happens in the slaughterhouse is not, it's anything but nice to animals. It's straight up violence. We're decapitating, dismembering, mutilating, violently slaughtering animals for a needless food option on the menu. And I wouldn't even call them a food option, I'd call them a non-food option that makes us sick and dead. So, yeah, I don't know. This is going to be the first wake-up call for everybody, is to realise that you are cruel to animals if you consume animal flesh or the nasty shit that comes out of animals. You are cruel to animals. You're cruel in general because you bully the vulnerable. And you don't knowingly do it until somebody educates you. But once you've been educated on it, you knowingly do it. And bullying the vulnerable is the most pitiful fucking thing you can do. Everybody hates that little kid at school that bullies on the other kids just because he's bigger. Everybody fucking hates that kid. Everybody wishes the little kid would stand up and body slam him.